Vancouver, Washington just got named one of the top 3 places to move in the entire United States for 2026. According to moveBuddha's national moving forecast, Vancouver is projected to have one of the highest inbound moving ratios in the country, 1.57 new residents moving in versus every person moving out. That puts us tied for 2nd place nationally behind only Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm Webb. I'm a mortgage loan originator based here in Clark County, Washington, and today I'm going to break down why Vancouver, Washington is exploding, what this means for people considering a move, and what you need to know if you're thinking about buying here in 2026. First, let's talk about where this ranking comes from. moveBuddha is a company that tracks moving trends across the country. They analyze actual mover searches, people actively looking for moving companies and services to predict where migration is heading. Their 2026 forecast used a machine learning model trained on quarterly data from 2019 through 2025. It factors in momentum from recent quarters, seasonal patterns, long-term shifts, and smooths out unusual spikes to predict where people are actually going to move. The result, Vancouver, Washington ranked 3rd in the entire country, technically tied for 2nd. Number 1 was Knoxville, Tennessee with a in-to-out ratio of 1.61. Number 2 was Tulsa, Oklahoma, tied with Vancouver at 1.57. And number 3, or tied for 2nd, depending on how you want to count it, is Vancouver, Washington. For context, a ratio of 1.57 means for every 100 people who leave Vancouver, 157 people are moving in. That's strong net positive migration. And here's what makes Vancouver's story even more interesting. During COVID, Vancouver actually saw an outflow of residents. As a suburb of Portland right across the Columbia River, Vancouver was urban enough that some residents left for even more rural areas during the pandemic migration. People fled to Idaho, Montana, Arizona, anywhere that felt like an escape from density. But that reversed quickly. The moveBuddha data shows that Vancouver is blazing back. In some recent quarters, Vancouver has seen nearly twice as many people moving in as moving out. The COVID exodus was temporary, the long-term appeal is permanent. So what changed? Let's break down the 5 reasons Vancouver is attracting so many new residents. Reason 1, the tax advantage. This is the big one, and I talk about it constantly on this channel. Washington State has no income tax currently. Oregon has one of the highest in the country, up to 9% for high earners. If you live in Portland and earn $100,000, you're paying roughly $9,000 a year in state income tax. Move 15 minutes across the river to Vancouver, that money stays in your pocket. Over a 10-year period, that's nearly $100,000 just from changing your address. This is especially attractive to remote workers. If your employer is based anywhere, California, New York, Texas, wherever, and you can work remotely, living in Washington means keeping more of your paycheck. The math is simple, and thousands of people have figured it out. Reason 2, Portland access without Portland problems. Vancouver gives you access to everything Portland offers, the restaurants, the cultural scene, the airport, the job market, without the challenges Portland has faced in recent years. Portland has dealt with highly publicized issues around homelessness, property crime, downtown safety concerns, and a cost of living that's risen dramatically. Whether those issues are overblown or underreported depends on who you ask and what your opinion is, but the perception matters. Vancouver offers an alternative. A city that feels more manageable. A downtown that's been revitalized with a beautiful waterfront, restaurants, breweries, and community events. Neighborhoods that range from urban to suburban to almost rural on the edges. You can work in Portland, you can visit Portland, but you don't have to live in Portland. Reason 3, housing affordability. The median home price in Vancouver varies dramatically by neighborhood, but you can find solid homes in good neighborhoods in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. Sometimes that's increasingly difficult in Portland's desirable areas. And Vancouver has options. Condos and townhomes downtown for young professionals, established neighborhoods with older character homes, new construction subdivisions in areas like Salmon Creek, Fisher's Landing, and Cascade Highlands. For buyers priced out of Portland or Seattle, Vancouver represents the best of both worlds. Pacific Northwest living without the 7-figure price tags. Reason 4, quality of life. Vancouver consistently ranks as one of the best places to live in Washington State. It scores high on livability metrics for environment, amenities, and economic opportunity. The outdoor recreation is exceptional. You're minutes from the Columbia River Gorge with waterfalls, hiking, and windsurfing. Mount Hood is an hour away for skiing. The Pacific Coast is 90 minutes west. The food and drink scene has exploded. Over 24 breweries and tap rooms. Emerging wine country in Southwest Washington. Coffee culture rivals anything in Seattle or Portland. Community events bring people together. The Vancouver Farmers Market, the Vancouver Wine and Jazz Festival, and countless neighborhood gatherings. And unlike some rapidly growing cities, Vancouver has invested in maintaining quality of life. Downtown redevelopment has created gathering spaces. Parks and trails connect neighborhoods. It's a city that feels intentional about its growth. Reason number 5, job opportunities. Vancouver's economy is diverse and growing. Major employers include Legacy Salmon Creek Medical Center, HP, and a growing tech presence. The proximity to Portland means access to that job market too. For remote workers, Vancouver is ideal. Lower cost of living than Portland or Seattle, no income tax, and high quality of life. You keep more of your salary and stretch it further. Unemployment in the region hovers around historical lows, and the job market outlook remains strong. So what does it mean that Vancouver is ranked top 3 in inbound migration? First, expect continued competition. When a city is attracting 1.57 new residents for every one who leaves, demand stays high. Inventory will remain competitive. Homes that are priced well in desirable neighborhoods will move quickly. This isn't a market where you can lowball and expect sellers to cave. It's a market where preparation, speed, and decisiveness matter. Second, expect prices to remain elevated. With strong demand and limited supply, prices don't crash. They might plateau. They might even dip slightly in some segments, but the fundamentals, population growth, tax advantages, quality of life, support prices long term. If you're waiting for a 20% correction, you'll likely be waiting forever, and you'll be paying rent the whole time, missing out on equity. Third, expect opportunity in specific pockets. Not every neighborhood moves at the same pace. Some areas are already discovered and priced accordingly, others are still emerging. Work with someone who knows the market, the specific streets, the specific school boundaries, the specific pockets where value remains. That's where smart buyers find advantage. If Vancouver sounds like it might be the right move for you, you can hit the link in the description of this video to schedule a quick call and we can run the numbers. The tax savings are real, but so are the housing costs. And making sure you understand what you can afford, what your monthly payment would look like, and how it compares to where you're currently living is very important. If this video was helpful, hit that subscribe button and watch this next video right here where I go into more detail about your entire mortgage process. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.